Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I ride a very sloppy black graded downhill trail for the first time, I get extremely muddy and I try out a brand new technical riding jacket. Welcome to the Forest of Dean and welcome to Bike and Beyond. Spectacular. Wow. Cool. Woohoo. Oh. So the two downhill trails I'm riding today are called Y2K and Elephant Man. These are both graded black, and in wet, sloppy weather they're sure to have some interesting challenges. Most of the downhill trails at the Forest of Dean start here and make their way down this way towards the trail centre. Y2K and Elephant Man start from way over here, in an area I've not explored before, and they make their way down this way. So you need to take a different push-up track to find them than you do for the other trails. So setting off in search of the trails, I headed for the car park towards the skills area. Okay, so I've never ridden these two downhill trails before, and I don't know quite how to find them or where they start, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure to get to the trailhead. From here there was a sign that pointed me in the right direction. I remember thinking, good, at least it's signposted. But that thought was pretty short-lived. So in true Forest of Dean fashion, all the signposts for these trails have completely disappeared. Hopefully there'll be one down here somewhere. So which way do I go? Any ideas? I guess this way. So luckily I bumped into some people who are looking for the same trails as me, and they seem to think it's up here because there are no trail signs telling you which way to go. The sign by the skills park is the first, last and only one that tells you which way you're going, so pretty useless. But once you know where you're going, it's pretty easy to find. So I've definitely come the right way because I can see the big cliff rolling and a couple of tabletops. We're on the right track. And soon enough, I found the start of the trails. The cliff roll is generally considered the start of these two trails, but there is a short little bit that you get to ride beforehand. Hiya. So I've made it to this bit where the sort of trails really start, and both of them follow down this line which looks like it goes into a few jumps, but there's this steep, sloppy roll today. So yeah, let's get to it. So I just chatted to a fella who said that the top section into the jumps is really gloopy, so it's running really slowly. So expect to case all the jumps apparently, which doesn't bode well, but if there's one thing I can do, it's case jumps. Right, knee pads check, helmet tight, let's give it a go. So dropping in you have this steep roll, and then these two long tabletops. These are followed by what used to be a step-up jump, but now it's just a bit of an unsculpted roll. Y2K and the Elephant Man share this top section before splitting in a minute. Just over this rocky slab, Y2K peels off sharply to the right. Riding this trail for the first time, I haven't seen what features lie ahead, and with so many leaves and puddles, it can be difficult to know what you're riding over, until it's too late. To the uninitiated, this section can look really flat and flowy, whereas it actually has loads of little hops and features to play on. Ooh, sloppy, no stoppy. But in today's conditions, maintaining control of your bike is a harder task than usual. The trails in the Forest of Dean change massively between the seasons. In the summer you can get some speed up and use the trails for what they are. In the winter, even the most simple route or rock section can turn absolutely lethal and slippery. So the natural trails you enjoyed in the summer turn into an ice rink or a quicksand bog at this time of year. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Riding the same trail can feel like two completely different trails in the different seasons. Double the fun for the price of one. Wow, cool. Dropping into this funky gully, you pick up speed for the way out. This next part of the trail starts to make its way back round the hillside to the left, where it finishes off right next to the end of Elephant Man. This is a great trail, and if you have a couple of runs down, you could really ride this thing properly. But it's not over yet. The winding leafy trail leads you around to a great little drop onto the fire road. Oh, tight corner. a superb trail.
Woo. Nice. I'm absolutely caked in mud. This is crazy. Back up to try Elephant Man. Let's case some more jumps.
Making my way back along the first section of Y2K, this gave me another chance to play on the jumps.
Spectacular.
And the rock kicker, before this time keeping left. Heading across the fire road, you start into a series of small rocky jumps, which continue all the way down the hill.
Ooh.
Elephant Man seems like the faster and more involved of the two trails. It's on steeper ground and has these fun rock drops all along the trail. It was also the sloppier of the two trails, meaning that I had to pay real attention to the line choice and cornering, not to mention trying to work out where the trail actually goes. This is harder than you think. Having ridden the other downhill trails here on many occasions, I'm gutted that I've only just found these two. Because they're that little bit out of the way, they feel like a well-known secret, but somewhere I'll definitely be visiting again in the near future, perhaps when it dries out a bit. Although my new Shield riding jacket from Odyssey Activewear is doing a stunning job of keeping me clean and dry, but more about that in a later video. Heading towards the fire road, I found myself riding a couple of leaf-covered rock gardens, which I could barely see, so I don't really know what I'm riding over. But the leaves definitely add an extra layer of sketchiness to it.
This is extremely loose.
With the end of the trail in sight, I made my way down the final drop with as much grace as an anvil and out onto the fire.
Oh, that was loose and sloppy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Difficult to see the line in some sections. I missed out one of the little drops, but oh, that was pretty good.
These are such an awesome pair of trails, you definitely need to give them a try. But for now, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, remember to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.